You are welcome. In this video, we'll understand how to make banking Python web application project. Let's use a Python to build a web application. And this video is very useful for all the CS students who wish to do project in Python. So this is an Python project series. In this series, we'll bring you more Python projects. Therefore, you keep watch our channel to understand how to make a different projects in Python. So now let us understand what are the prerequisites required to make this project. So in order to make a Python project, first you need to see that you are installed the Python in your system. So we have a separate video like how to install Python. Please watch that video. And here I'll show you like in C drive. So we already installed the Python. So here is a Python 3.9. So it's already installed in this. So one is Python. So therefore you need to install Python in your system. That is in C drive, and you can see that C drive, then immediately the Python 3.9. It's not in the program files because we required this path later. Therefore I'm just showing here. So next thing is we required, in order to run a web applications, we required XAMPP server, XAMPP. Fine. So again, we have separate video for how to install XAMPP. Please watch that video, and we have a link in the description. Please watch that video if you are not yet installed the XAMPP. So XAMPP is a web server. So it is Apache web server. So in order to run a web application, you require a web server. Therefore, we install the XAMPP. Along with that, we also are using MySQL here. MySQL is a database. To store all the data, you require a database. Therefore, we are using MySQL as a database. Actually, with XAMPP is a MariaDB. Because MySQL is purchased by Oracle. Then, so these original authors, again, they release a new version called as a MariaDB. So MariaDB and MySQL almost same. Therefore, you can use MariaDB as a database here. So, as I told already, please watch that video if you're not yet installed the XAMPP server in your system. Once it's installed, you can see that again it is in C drive. So here is XAMPP, it is installed, and this is the folder. And in this, htdocs is important. So here is the htdocs. This is the folder, and you have to keep all your projects in this folder only. So in order to execute this on a web browser, so you require this project to be placed inside the htdocs folder. So next is a browser. So generally you will have a Chrome or Edge. Right. So if you have Chrome or Edge, it will do the job. Any of Chrome by default, if it is there, fine, you can use the Chrome as a browser. Next, the project is concerned, here we are talking about the banking management. Online banking. So the concept anyhow we already know, like what are the banking things we'll do. In this we have two main module. One is called the admin module. The other one is a customer module. So this basically we are doing this project to understand like how to run a Python project, how to make a complete Python project, and what are the prerequisites, what are the software are required, how do we run the project. That is what the main aim. So now admin part is concerned, we provide an admin login. So here we have a corresponding table. So admin login table. We have user ID and the password. So what are the entries you done? You should go there and check. If it is correct, then you should bring it back. Then you take to the main page. Main page. So in the main page, we'll provide the account types. What are the different types of accounts available in this? We provide the account types. Now as a customer is concerned, customer can sign up. Like any sign up, like here also there is a sign up form. This sign up will go to the customer table. So it will go to customer table. Then later what we'll do is, here you can see that customer list, new customer list. New customer list. This list will bring from this table. And also we have to give the approval. We need to check and then you have to give the approval. Once it's approved, then only they can able to log in here. If not approved, they cannot able to log in. Once they log in, they can do the transaction. They can transfer money. It's like a dummy project. So, but anyhow, you need to learn like how to do the transactions. On this side, you can see the transaction list. Transaction list. So this go to transaction table. So you can have a transaction table. So in this date, transaction number, from account to account, and the amount. And here also you require a transaction list. So therefore is a transaction list. So these are things we'd like to cover in this project, and we need to learn like how exactly we need to do the whole thing. That I'll show you step by step. Follow the whole video, and then you can try yourself, and definitely you can able to complete this project within a short time. So once you complete this project, definitely it means that you can able to do any type of projects in a Python. So next is a table design. So before start the table, so because we know the plan, so we need to create all the tables and the database. So that we need to create. So this database has to be created. So that we want to create in the MySQL. So under this database, we can have a tables. So what are the tables are required? That I'll show you. Now here is a list. So we create a database name called as a banking database. Then we'll create a one table called as admin login table. In this there are two fields. One is a username and one is a password. And by default we're going to insert one record, admin login tab, values, admin. Next is the account type. So here is the account type name. Again there are two fields here, and details. We'll store all the account details. Next, customer, when they sign up, we'll take their username, the password, and here you can see the $varchar and the customer name, address, mobile number, email ID, qualification, and destination. Next is account table. So when they apply for account, so we'll take username, account type, customer name, address, mobile number, and the status. Status is important. Once they apply for the account, the status is important. So admin has to approve the status, then only they can able to log in and they can do the transactions here. Right, so this is a transaction table. So please write down all this, and then you have to create this in MySQL. I'll show you like how to do this in MySQL. Fine. So in order to create all these tables, first you start the exam server. So it is a exam control panel. So click on exam control panel and ensure you already installed. Once you installed, then only you'll get the exam control panel. And here is the control panel. And here you need to start Apache, this is a server, and you need to start MySQL, this is the database. So click start. Sometime you will error, but at the end of the day it is running, it's well. And you can see that MySQL, you can start this. Now both are working. Apache and MySQL both are working. So we can close this. And one more important thing is like that is explained in the how to install exam server. In that we already explained. So please watch that video and ensure that in this particular file httpd.config, so you need to search for add handler and it should go down actually. Fine. So here is the add handler, and this is a CJ script, CHI, PL, ASP. Up to this, it's by default will be there, but you need to add up .py yourself, and then you have to save. Then you have to restart the exam server. Then you have to use this one. Fine. So now we started the exam server. So exam server is running now. So next step is, so you have to go to localhost. So you have to type localhost to get into the localhost or exam server main page. So when I say localhost, we'll take to the XAMPP main page. That means now XAMPP is working fine. So you can see that it will have Apache, MariaDB, PHP and Perl. Everything is good. And in this is a PHP MyAdmin. PHP MyAdmin is to manage the SQL server. that is a MySQL server. So click phpMyAdmin. So now we'll take to the phpMyAdmin. So here we have, here what are the statements we already written in a notepad, or you can create a SQL file. Here I'll show you one by one. So here you need to create the database. In order to create the database, you click this. I think I have a database here. What I'll do is first I'll go to drop this. So this is banking database, and control enter is the fine. So it's deleted, drop database. Okay, let's create the new database. So create database, database name. We can do graphically also, I mean using the user interface, but I'll execute the commands here. So we created the login table. Then we'll want to insert the record for this. Same way to create the rest of the tables. So just copy the table and then you can paste it here and then control enter to create this. So what we can do is we can copy everything. Fine. So up to this and then copy this. We can paste and we can press control enter. Okay, so some error. So here we misstored the semicolon, because once the statement get over, you're supposed to have a semicolon at the end, and ensure you have a semicolon at the end. So it indicates one SQL statement. So now there are two SQL statements here. So let's execute this. Fine. So now you can see that account tab, account type, admin login, customer, and transaction table. So all the tables are created. Now if we click on the table, it will show the content here. So now if we go to admin login table, so we have admin, then admin. Now 5 tables are created. So now this is the phpMyAdmin, where we created all the 5 tables and the database called as a banking database. So the one part is over. So we made some changes here. We can save this file. Now next is already placed this banking project over here. So now we can able to run the project. So not to run this, you can say localhost, and the folder name is banking administration 2021. So I made the changes to the folder name. Just I'll use this one, PYP101 banking administration. Okay, this is the correct one. So now you have to use the correct folder. Okay, so what are the project name? So here is the folder name. You have to use you can copy the folder name and then you have to paste it here. So now it's running. Now here is the option. This is the HTML page. So I'll show you this page, first page. So this is the index page. So let me open in Notepad++. So you can see that this is a simple one. So we have a title, online banking administration. Then we have one link here, main page.htm. So get into site, and with some pictures we added here. So this simple HTML page. Now here to get into this, you can say click. So then you take to the main page.htm. So again, main page 2 is a HTML page. So you can see that here we have some links actually. The heading is almost same, but you have 3 links. One is one is admin login. So admin login.htm. One is customer login, that is custlogin.htm. One is customer sign up, that is a customer sign up.htm. So these are the links actually. You can see that we are using anchor here and we are closing the anchor over there. These 3 links are important. So rest of the common HTML coding over there. Right. So now that is done. So let's go to admin login now. So again you can see that the file name is admin login.htm. So this is admin login. Here is the pen. So again this is also HTML file. So edit this. So when you edit this, heading is almost same. Up to this we have some heading picture, all these things and all. So here is the body, and there is a background picture for the body, that is a back1.jpg. Next important thing is 2 text boxes. Here you can see input name text1, type is equal to text, that is a text box 1, and another one is a input name text 2, that is a password. The rest of HTML code, hope you know all HTML. If you're not, we have separate videos for this to how to learn HTML. Please watch each video, learn HTML, maybe it will be useful for you. Then one more is the input button. This is the submit button. So this button, when you click it, so it should submit these values. Fine. So let's go back to this and let's type admin, then admin. So when I click submit, it take to the next page. Which page it will go? So here you can see that it should go to the, this is the form actually. So this is a form here and then form tag closes here. When I click the button, it should take me to this file, admin login 1.py file. So let's see what we written in the admin login 1.py. So this is a Python file. So edit in Notepad plus, and here you can import it. See that this is the first Python file, and first line must be the path. Okay, Python exe file path. I told already. So in C drive, so we installed Python in C drive. The folder name is Python 3.39. So we don't have point here. Folder name is Python 39. So therefore it's 39, and then python.exe. So you should take care that where is installed, what is the folder name. If there are hyphen, space, everything you need to give exactly same. If there is a small mistake, then your project will not run. So you will give a 500 page error. So take care that you have a correct path here. So first hash mark, then exclamatory mark, then C colon, then slash. And one more important line is this one, print content type, that is equal to text HTML /n /r/n/r, indicating that so this is the text HTML content. So these two files are important in py file. Then print empty line. Then next is the import MySQL connector. Import MySQL connector. You need to import the MySQL connector. So if you're not yet import, then what you have to do is you need to go to command prompt and you need to import that one, or you need to install that one. So in order to install MySQL connector, you need to use the command pip install MySQL connector. So how to do this? So you have to go to CMD, right? So then here you need to type this command, copy this, and then you have to type. So pip install MySQL connector Python. So when you press enter key, it will install the MySQL connector to your system. So because why MySQL connector is important? Because in order to communicate with the SQL server, this connector is very important. Without installing, you just try to import, it gives an error. The next is import CGI script. Okay, so in order to read all the script is required. The next is, you can see that this is the HTML page and this is the login 1.py, and here is a text 1 and here is a text 2. So what are the data we are entering here? You'll send to this particular page, and to read the values you have to write form, that is equal to CGI field storage, then T1 is equal to form dot get value text 1, T2 is equal to form dot get value text 2. So this is, we are reading the values from text 1 and text 2. Next we'll connect to the SQL server. In order to connect to the SQL server, we say mysql.connector.connect, host name, that is a localhost. By default is a localhost. Username is root, password is empty, and database name is banking database. Because we created the database as a banking database, same name you have to give it over there. So this is the banking database, and you can check it out even PHP will have the banking database. Here is the banking database, and these are the tables inside this. So therefore you have to give the correct database name here, and spelling and all you need to take care. Any small mistake, again you can't connect to the SQL server. Next one, MyDB cursor, that is equal to cursor1. Then SQL query, select username from admin login table where username is equal to T1 and password is equal to T2. So T1 is this one and T2 is the second text box. That will be checked out. Then it will execute the query. After executing that, the values will go to cursor1. Then you will use the for loop for uname in cursor1. We'll check whether the particular name is there or not. If this user ID and password is correct, there is one record. So for loop will execute it. Once it's executed, so you'll display the uname and you say ch is equal to 1. So we'll ensure that there is a user ID and password in that. Then we'll close the cursor and we'll close the connection. Then what we'll do is, if ch is equal to 1, if there is a record, then we redirect URL admin.htm. So we'll take to the next page, admin main.htm, and then we'll refresh it and we'll send this one to the, we'll send the redirect URL to this tag. So this tag will automatically change this particular file to this file. Else, it will go back to the admin login table, admin login.htm itself. So here you can see that. So now when I click the submit button, so if admin user ID password is correct, therefore it will come to the admin main. So here is the admin main, and here is the type actually. Now admin has to create the account type. So what is the account type? So SB zero balance account. Right, and you need to write complete details about this. What are the details about this zero balance account? So again here also, when you save this data, so what are the entries we've done? You should go to the corresponding table. Now there are no error, means the data is moved to the table. So now you can go to the account tab. Here you can see that account type. So zero balance account and zero balance account. There is no problem here. Now let us look at the code for this. Okay, so again exam folder, htdocs, Python. Here is account type. So this is account type saved. This is a Python file. So again we'll edit this in a notepad. Right, and for this first we have HTML page. This is account type HTML. So this is to display the data. Okay, there is a text 1 and there is a text 2, same like a login page, and there is a submit. When you submit, it should take me to this particular file, admin account type save.py. So we'll take to the account.py file. So in this file, again you can see that these two lines are important, that is already written over there. Import Mysql connector, import CGI. Again we are reading the value from the text boxes. Here only difference is we are inserting. Earlier we are select statement, there is a select statement, but here is the insert statement. For this we are using two variables, add values and data values. So data values will be go to T1 and T2 will go to data values, and insert into account tab values percentages will go to the add values. Then cursor one dot execute add values, then data values. Here we are executing this, means we are inserting the data. After that we are committing this, then we are closing the cursor, then we are closing the database, and you say print OK, then redirect. So we'll send back to the admin main page. So this is the code to save the record. Right. Now next is list. Okay, what are the entries are done? We want to list. So just click list. So it will display the data. What are the entries are done will be displayed. Again, this is admin account type list. So I'll take to that page. So here is the list. So in order to list, again these things are common. Again you are importing to SQL connector, right? Then you are connecting to the SQL server. Once you write, you can copy and paste. Then you are opening the cursor. Then you have a query here. Select account type name detail from account type tab, add by account type name. So each column name should properly spelled. Otherwise you get errors. So therefore you can go to phpMyAdmin account type. You can see account type name and details. So you need to give the proper names, column names and table name. Everywhere you need to check it out. And then you have to execute that. After executing this, then we'll have some HTML to print the heading. Then to print the detail, here is a for loop. So for account type comma details in cursor 1. So cursor 1 will have all the account details. So because it's a loop, first we'll read the first record, then the account type name and the details. So therefore that will be printed. If there is a second record, it will print the second record, a third, fourth, fifth. How many records are there? It will print all the records here. And don't forget to close the cursor in the database. So we're combining both HTML. So HTML will be there in the inside the print statement. So what are the HTML we want to print? All will be inside the print statement. So therefore that will be sent as it is a print statement over there. Then that will make an HTML content, and the content will be displayed. Right. So now we done this. So list is coming. Then go to admin main. So we'll come back. Then here is a customer list. So you can see that there are no customers here. And then there is account approval. So if they are applied for accounting, so here you can see that account approval, but there are no account applied. So it's empty now. Now what we can do is we open one more tab. So let's copy the main address, that is a localhost, then the folder name. So you can go over here and then get into site. So here you need to make the customer sign up. So click on customer sign up. So here is the sign up page and here is the customer sign up.html. Again this is the HTML page. So here is the customer sign up and let me open this. So these are the heading common and here is a JavaScript to validate what are the entries you have done, that will be validated. So mobile number will check whether it's a numeric value or not, whether it's 10 characters or not. For email ID, this is the validation. Okay, so now here you can see that username, this is a text 1 and password, this is a text 2, a retype password, that is text 3, and customer name is text 4 and customer address is text 5, mobile number is 6, email ID is 7. So totally there are 7 columns. Okay, you can check it out, there are 7 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there is one more actually. Here is a destination. Okay, so this is a qualification. So here is one more. It is 8, and here is the 9. Okay, so retype password we don't need to save. Therefore, totally 8 are there. Okay, so totally 8 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So last one is the destination. So we have totally 9 text boxes, but 3 we don't need to count. That is a retype password. It's only for the validation. Then when you click this button, so it should go to this particular file, customer sign up save. So again the concept is almost same as explained in the account type. So here we allow 9 fields. Then you can see 3 is not installed, instead of that 4 is there here. Then 6, 8, 9, and this is the data will be inserted here. So once you learn like how to insert the data, the coding is almost same, only the number of fields will changes. Okay, let's apply. I'll give the ABCD. Okay, username, let's say Ravi 1234, and password is ABCD1234. Let's retype the password. Customer name, so this is Ravi, then address, right? So then mobile number. So here validation is there, therefore you need to enter all the 10-digit number, and here is ravi@gmail.com, and here is the qualifications and the destination. Let's save this. I think it's saved. Now you can see that Ravi 1234. This is ABCD1234. Okay, it's coming. Okay, account type. Okay, now you need to apply. Like you can see the accounts. What are the accounts are there? Then you can apply online. So now you can apply for the zero balance account. Fine. So here I made some small changes. So this is a SP0, because if you give spaces, it will transfer to this over here is possible difficult. So this is SP0. I rename this one, and here is enter name. So what is the account holder name, and what is the address, then mobile number. So submit. So here is application status. So what is applied? So it's a new, nothing is happened. Then you can come to admin here and you see customer approval. So here is the record. So we applied for the account. So after checking this, we can approve this. This is a simple one. In order to prove that basically we can do all these things in real time, maybe you need to take more data. Along with that, we can take documents also. But in the first level, so let's see that you can see approval, then approved list. So you can see this account is approved. I can come back here and now I can refresh the data. So you can see that it's approved. Now once it's approved, you can transfer the money. So you can select the account. So here you have account number, two account number, which account number you want to transfer, then amount, how much amount you want to transfer, transaction serial, self or okay, towards fee. Okay, submit. So transfer list, you can see that there is a it's not a transfer list, Okay, this is correct. Actually, if you have multiple accounts, you can select the account, which account it is. So therefore, if you select the account, here is a transfer. So on the admin side also, if you come to like money transaction list, you can able to see the transaction list. Fine. So this is simple project as I told already, but you have to try this in the first step. So here you need to understand how to insert the data, how to select the data. Any report, you need to select the data. For example, this is admin transaction list. So I'll take to the admin transaction list. Admin transaction list. Here is a transaction list. So it's a PY file. So concept is almost same. So any select statement will do the same J. So this is the common thing on the top. And here is the SQL connector. And here it open the cursor. This is the SQL query. After that you need to execute the query. Then you need to create a table. This is the HTML code. What are the columns you want? You need to create all the columns here. After that we need to select cursor. We already fetched the data. From the cursor we have to read all the column names, and then we need to print the values. So from the cursor we take the values and then we can print. So we'll create the table. Once the table is over, you can print end table tag. This is the end table tag, and close the database. Okay, so soon we'll make a different video for like how to insert and how to select. So keep watch our channel, and you can learn Python, and also you can make multiple projects from this. So if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, so please subscribe to our channel. So you go to Highblix tutorials and then click subscribe. So if you open the YouTube, you copy this, or you type in a search and you'll get Highblix tutorials, and then click subscribe. And when you click on this tutorial, you'll have videos. So please browse the videos. So definitely you'll have a lot of videos over here. You'll be interested in one or the other, and keep learn, keep improve yourself. Good day. Thank you very much.